Well, look at you. You passed the first challenging solving one-step equations. Now you think you're all hot going on to this video, thinking you can do two-step equations. Well, guess what? In a second, you will be able to do two-step equations because I'm about to teach it to you. Now, the way I teach it to you is the way I really want you to follow in this class, okay? So make sure you do it this way every single time. So a two-step equation is exactly what it sounds like. It takes 2 steps to solve. Let me show you how it's done. Just like before, we're just going to put a line down the middle. Remember, that's going to separate the two sides of the equations. And we're going to label the variable side and the number side. Well, since this side has the variables, let's call this our variable side. And since this side only has numbers, we'll call this the number side. Right? Pretty straightforward. Now, our goal, as before, is to move all the numbers onto the number side of the equation. The first number we're going to move over is this 4. So since this is a -4, we're going to add 4 to both sides. And that's the inverse operation, adding 4. Okay? Now that we've done that, what happens here is -4 and +4 cancel each other out. So we can just bring down this 2x. We're going to rewrite that equal sign. And 12 plus 4 is 16. Now, just like before, this is now a one-step equation. 2x equals 16, right? So to solve this one-step equation, once again, we're going to use the inverse operation. This is 2 times x, so we're just going to do the opposite of multiplication. We're going to divide. We get x is equal to 8. Simple. 2 steps, done and done. Let's try a few more problems, okay? We'll go through these together. Now, I recommend trying them on your own first, pausing the video, do this by yourself, see if you get the right thing by following the video. Seriously, pause it, see if you can do this one. Okay, welcome back. Or if you never paused it, welcome to keep listening. To solve this one, we're going to do the same thing. So once again, we're going to put a line down the middle. We got our variable side and our number side. What we're going to try to do is get the numbers on the number side. And so since this is our number side and this is our variable side, we got to move 8 onto the number side because 8's a number, right? Once again, it's addition. So we're going to subtract the 8 from both sides. And what that does is positive and 8 and negative 8 cancel each other out. We're going to bring this 2x down, write down our equal sign, and on the other side of the equation we get 16 minus 8, which is 8. And let's divide now our one-step equation, just like we just did. 2 times x, so we're going to divide, and we get x is equal to 4. Now we're not just done, we always want to check, because if this is the solution, that means both sides have to be equal to each other. So we want to check to see if it works. So we're going to rewrite the equation, 2x plus 8 equals 16. We're going to plug in our solution, which is 4. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 8 equals 16. Well, if we add these together, sure enough, we get 16 equals 16. Biggity bam! This is our solution. We'll put a little check there to make sure that we checked it. Sweet! Let's try one more. Let's try this guy right here. Okay? For this one, we're going to, once again, put our line down the middle, as we always do. I don't like that line. Put our line down the middle, and this is what we always do. And we're going to find a variable side and a number side. Now this side over here has our variable, right? So this will be our variable side, and this will be our number side now. And what we want to do is move all the numbers to the number side. So let's see, where's our number? Well, on our variable side we have this -2, and that needs to move over because we got to get numbers onto the number side of the equation. So let's add 2 to both sides. That's the inverse operation of minus. Okay, when we do that, the -2 and +2 cancel each other out. 3x comes down, and we get -11 plus 2. I recommend putting that in the calculator because what you'll get is -9. Now, once again, this is a one-step equation, so what we're going to do is divide both sides by 3. Just like that. Sweetness. And now we get x is equal to -3. But we always check. So I recommend checking this, pause the video, see if you get it right, and then come back. Let's try it now. So we're going to rewrite the equation, 3x, sorry, that's incorrect, -11 equals 3x minus 2. Let's plug in our number. -11 is equal to, our solution is -3. Always put a box around it, makes it easier. So that's going to be hold on, negative 11 equals 3 times negative 3 minus 2. Well, this is 11 equals 3. Oh, sorry. 3 times, man, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 minus 2. You can put this in your calculator. You get negative 11 equals negative 11. That works. Check it off. And now we're going to move on to our final problem right over here. And once again, to solve this, we're going to do exactly what we've been doing. We're going to put a line down the middle. We're going to pick our variable side and our number side. Okay? So on our variable side, we have this, because our x is over here, so this is our variable side, and this is our number side. Now I know what you're thinking. That's a fraction. I don't want to do anything with fractions. I hate fractions. Well, stop babying around. We're going to do it. Check it out. We're going to do exactly what we do. We're going to move our numbers to the number side. So we have this 4 over here. We're going to move it to the number side, because the 4 is on the variable side. So let's move that 4 over. We're going to use the inverse operation. Okay, and what we get is 2/3 x, because these cancel out, equals negative 12. Now here's where it gets a little tricky and people get confused and they're like, what do I do now? Well, I'll show you. All you have to do is divide by what's ever in front of x. Nothing changes there. So what we're going to do is actually divide by 2/3. I know what you're thinking. Can you divide by a fraction? Yeah. Nothing says you can't. So what we're going to do is say x is equal to negative 12 divided by 2/3. And I'll show you how to put that in the calculator. Follow me. So in your calculator, all you have to do is this. You put negative 12 divided by, and now you need a parenthesis, 2/3. And I'll show you how to do 2/3. It's parenthesis 2 divided by 3. That's how we put 2/3 in. See that? So that's negative 12 divided by 2/3. Click my enter button, and look at that. It's a nice, neat number. Negative 18. So x is equal to negative 18. Sure enough, I'd like you to check that. Let's see if that works. So let's plug it in. 2/3 times negative 18 plus 4 is equal to negative 8. Well, what are we going to do first? Let's do 2/3 times negative 18. Okay? 2/3. So remember, we always put fractions in the parentheses. So 2/3 times negative 18. See? Just put the fraction times negative 18 and look what we get. Negative 12. So we get negative 12 plus 4 equals negative 8. You can put this in your calculator. Let's check and see what that is. Negative 12 plus 4. Look at that, it gives us negative 8. Ain't that nifty? So we get negative 8 is equal to negative 8. This checks out as our solution. Bada bing, bada boom. You are done with this one. So now that you are done, I would like you to do me a favor and you're going to work on this practice problem. Your next challenge is to go to a site, back to the PyGeo webpage. Okay, so that's our class website, and go to Advanced Algebra. You're already here probably, and there should be a video here. It's not up yet because I'm making the video now. Did that just blow your mind? But underneath there's this link. I need you to go to Khan Academy, click that link, and what you're going to do is work through these problems. And what you have to do is do exactly what it says here. Get 5 questions in a row correct. If you do that, you've finished your second challenge of the day. Once you finish your second challenge, ask me for the third challenge. Okay, good luck.